Welcome back, everyone, to Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. And, just a heads up, I do have a bit of a sniffle tonight. I do apologize. Hey, Octal, good to see you. Yeah, allergies but started acting up this morning, go figure. Something in the air. Anyway, when we last left off, we were headed to yet another Project X facility, the Orbita Station. To make a very long story short, the conspiracy from the first game, the C consciousness, may have survived their physical death. We're currently here testing a theory because there is a remaining, like, psi interface pod or something that the Project X team used to try and reach the Noosphere. The doctor that we met last time, Professor Kamenov, who was part of the Project X team, left before they became the C consciousness, tried to reach the Noosphere with this thing, but was not able to. However, we did meet S.T.A.L.K.E.R in the previous episode, who seems to think this theory might be nonsense and something else is going on. What's clear is that someone is still giving Monolith marching orders. Now, we've killed Faust, and we've killed Strider, so... Hey, speak of the devil.
Так, вже підходжу до орбіти.
Перш ніж почати експеримент, тобі потрібно буде відкалібрувати налаштування центральної антени. Нічого складного, але тобі знадобляться інструкції.
That's gonna complicate things.
Я колись працював на цій станції, так що мої старі записи могли зберегтися. У них має бути вся потрібна інформація.
Гаразд. Де мені їх шукати?
В одному зі службових кабінетів. Якщо зачинено, спробуй код. 1995. Будемо сподіватися, я пам'ятаю його правильно. Будемо на зв'язку.
Alright. So, yeah, we're gonna try to get this pod thing working and see if we can confirm the subtle matter theory, which would explain how the representative of the C consciousness is still alive in some form. But we got a problem right here, because that thing's going to chase us down so long as we've got artifacts equipped. Pretty much all I did off-camera is make my way over here, which wasn't a long journey. I just fast-traveled to the chemical plant and headed south. I did pick up a stash around the, it was one of these locations. I think it was the repair station here. And an interesting little twist, some bandits showed up specifically looking for the stash. They had a line of dialogue for it. And I was able to sneak out before they actually detected me. So, life's little moments. It honestly wasn't much. It was just kind of standard meds and some light ammo. But anyway, looks like... It's an anomaly field, but no artifacts. So we gotta watch that thing, because we can't have artifacts equipped while we're within range, otherwise it will... Okay. That's great. Tries to use a ladder, jumps to his death. Meet Skif, everyone. It's a miracle he's still alive. So is there a way... Looks like it's over there. Let's see what's over here first.
1995. Будемо сподіватися, я пам'ятаю його правильно. Будемо на зв'язку.
Damn. So yeah, gotta wonder who is going to turn up this time. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, I see that stream freeze. Anyway, yeah. Burning question. Okay, looks like we can't open that door. Burning question, are we going to run into mutants, humans, or possibly some third thing? Thanks, Octal. But yeah, what is going to be the danger here? Because if somebody was looking for the doctor and then S.T.A.L.K.E.R, I get the feeling they're not going to be content with just that. Oh, right. We have to find the, we have to find the good doctor's office first. But anyway, hopefully everybody is having a good weekend out there, staying safe in spite of the, awful heat wave that is sweeping pretty much the entire world at this point. Around here, we were actually pretty lucky as far as rain went, but, like, a few hours south, they got maybe about 7 inches in one night, which is just kind of insane. So, as bad as it has been, it could easily be way worse, and hopefully it's been decent for y'all out there. We just climb in through here. Yeah, I think we do. Maybe, possibly... Ah, come on, Skif, suck in that gut. There's gotta be another way down. Possibly another way in. Yep. Too much conserva. One of these has to let us down. It almost feels like you should be able to squeeze in there. Here we gotta throw a switch. Ah! Yeah, here we go. What? Oh, hell. Side drugs, now! Alright, something opened up. Ah! There's now a light coming on from inside. Did a side door open? Alright, well, let's check these doors again. Just drop carefully, like so. Very good. That doesn't open. We don't have a key card. There's gotta be another way in, or something else we have to do first. Because, yeah, this was empty. Huh. Ah, here we go. I thought I heard a door open up. Oh, shit! We got poltergeists. We got a module last time. Not a card, per se. I'll bet that's something we'll... Damn, throwing a freaking vodka bottle at us. That's just mean. Yeah, I assume... Just a second. Where'd you go? Come here. There we go. I'll take a chunk of whatever it is you have. Poltergeist organ, huh? I like the idea that we don't actually know what we cut out of it. Maybe it was its spleen. Maybe it's something entirely new. That's what the scientists are for. Just strolling back to Malachite, having a big bag dripping with blood. Here's a whole bunch of stuff for you scientist people. What's in the bag? Just parts. Alright, right, here we go. 1995. Alright, probably not the only threat we're gonna have in here, so let's keep sharp. Ah, okay, here's his office. Alright, what do we got? Hey, there's a key card. Alright. Obtain the Alpha, a product of the Caribbean experiment. This remarkable artifact possesses the unique ability to convert biological alpha psi radiation into electromagnetic beta psi and vice versa. The discovery significantly expands our technological capabilities, allowing us to utilize existing equipment safely and paving the way for groundbreaking innovations. Are we on the threshold of accessing the Noosphere? Also going to move away real quick. The chirping is something of a nuisance. There we go. So yeah, are we on the threshold of accessing the Noosphere? Nope, no way. Creating a stable channel for data reception is turning out to be a real challenge, maybe because the ionosphere-noosphere barrier turned out to be way more energetically stable than I expected. I'm considering 3 options. First, I could crank up the intensity until it fries the brain. Second, I could explore the possibility of linking several consciousnesses together. The third option, which is a bit out there, involves using the signature imprint not just as a channel key, but as a way to create a mediator within the Noosphere itself. Data would flow directly to the mediator, eliminating the need to penetrate the barrier, drastically cutting down on energy consumption. Sounds pretty slick, right? Problem is, how do we retrieve the data from the mediator? If we can figure out how to set up the source mediator system as a superposition, thus getting around the barrier, then we'll be rolling in it. As enticing as it sounds, it's implausible for the time being. I'll focus on the first 2 options for now. So basically they're talking about ways to get through the Noosphere and interact with it in a way that they can control. So far, so good.
Інструкція на випадок, якщо мене не буде на робочому місці. Нагадую, антена є надзвичайно потужним псі-провідником.
Now we
До
find
неї
out.
заборонено наближатися, коли вона працює. Увімкніть антенну на даху. Переконайтеся, що поряд немає сторонньої біологічної активності. Перешкоди, які вона створює, можуть зашкодити антені. Якщо апаратура зафіксує таку активність, спрацюють запобіжники, і живлення не буде подано. Очікуйте. Налаштування встановлені так, що за виконання попередніх умов антена спрацює автоматично. Не треба тиснути жодних кнопок.
Interesting. Alright. Okay, so there are going to be more mutants. Fantastic. Alright, look alive, Skif. We got work to do. Alright, there's a way out. Oh, right. We got the key card. That'll go down to the basement door we saw. Hey, guys, good to see you. How's it going tonight, friendo? I'll take that. Skif's a growing boy. Gotta have that milk. In fact, we'll have a couple. Why not? Oh, son of a bitch. Alright. Twitch, you're killing me here. Alright. Yeah, we're all done in here. Let's head downstairs. Good news is, once we get down there, we can safely put our artifacts back on. Actually, they were over... door was over this way. Alright, downstairs we go. Yoit! Alright. Stay sharp, Skif. Whatever's down here, it is not going to react well to our intrusion. Actually, let's save. Eh. Hello? I see glass down there. What's down this ladder? This feels like a place where rats are gonna attack. Fortunately, we are well prepared with rat-killing supplies. Alright, over we go. Alright. Alright, Skiffy. Artifacts back on. Let's see, here we go. Where was that last one? Where'd you go? Here we go. Here we go again. What? Oh, shit. Damn it. We got a bureau. Where'd it go? Right, we can go further down. Do we want to? Not right this... Ah, no we can't. That's death. So, certain death one way, probable death another way. Fantastic. Oh, I see that. Oh, shit! Okay, you know what? I had that coming. There you go, have a pineapple. Or a grenade. Aw, oh, damn it, it threw it right back at me. Have another one. Okay, I'm calling bullshit. That shotgun holds 2 shots. It fired 3 of them. You're funning me, game. I don't appreciate it. I mean, you know, fair play firing the gun in the first place. But, you know, you'd think if you're going to have that mechanic, it would track the ammo in the gun. Unless it can just fire any gun it has indefinitely? I don't know. That seems a bit cheesy. Because, yeah, what if it gets like an RPG or something? Then you got real problems. Although, you know, realistically, it's only going to need 1 shot. So it seems like the best policy with Buers is just to get in close and hammer them as quick as you can. Because you'll remember we were able to annihilate one with the RPM-74, Tony, just because we got the drop on it. So here's what we're going to do. Since it's down the hall, we'll wait till it's preoccupied. Run up to it. Hey, big fella. Alright, it's got a knockback. Alright, sadly its psychic shield is quite effective against knives. However, it needs the shield up to be effective against the shotgun. Hey, what do you call it when you kill a powerful mutant with cheap ammo? A buckshot. Ha ha! I'll take that, thank you. Oh. Yeah, it seems like your best policy is just get in close, hammer it before it can put its shields up, or after it puts its shields down, and don't give it an opportunity to use anything you drop against you. Seems like Skif's pistol is still the best option for them, unless you can get your hands on something explosive. Grenades are a little too indirect, and it can fling those right back at you. And it's difficult to carry a rocket around just in case. Or a rocket launcher around just in case. So... Oh man, there's another one. Your best option is probably... Hey, Zero! Micone gonna get us through this. Yeah, best option is probably to have like a rifle grenade ready or something. Hey, hey! Give me that! I'll take that, thank you! No, no. Come on, I ain't got all day. Oh, man. For half a second you thought I was playing Penumbra. Well, it is kind of having that environment here. Dark tunnels, psychic wibbly-wobbly happening. I can see where it comes from. Yeah, yeah. Damn it! Heal, heal. Problem with the hit-and-run strategy is being weighed down. I can't run very fast. Let's fix that. There we go. The mirrors are interesting.
Я засік сигнали антени. Усе гаразд. Залишилося зовсім трохи.
I mean, you know, you look up close and they are horrifying.
Відсік. Тобі треба встановити картридж у кімнаті керування. А тоді
Like most in the zone.
капсул. Я забезпечу з'єднання. Ти готовий?
Лягти у капсулу? Навіщо?
Щоб побачити істину. Щодо капсули не хвилюйся. На відміну від капсули С-свідомості, ця була спроєктована для одного користувача.
Yep, I had a feeling it was coming to this. We are indeed going to get in the pod. Not the main sea consciousness pods. Those were destroyed with Kamenov's unique exception, but the one... Oh, right, thanks. The one he tried to use to contact the Noosphere. So yeah, we're going to use that ourselves here and find out if this subtle matter thing really exists. Get in the pod, Shinji Skif. Yeah. You know, I thought of using that for the title of the stream. I couldn't quite make it work. Skif G, get in the side pod would be the closest I could get. I'm just looking around to see if there is anything else. Oh. Let's take some parts. You. Gimme. I'm making a necklace. Alright. Let's see. No, we don't use that ammo. I'll take the water at least. Oh, what about you? FEMA driver, huh? I hear there's something about him. It's hard to explain. Alright, that opens there. Very good. Looks like we go that way. Alright. That way for plot advancement, which means loot is down the other corridors. Oh, there's another door. What? Why am I hearing a radio? Okay, that was weird. Well, let's throw the switch and see what happens. I mean, I wouldn't say turning on random machines has gone great for us, but yeah, it hasn't gone terribly. Oh, this is bad. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What am I doing with my life? Why am I here, seriously? I mean, you know, I know in the abstract it's because I am not an intelligent person and I do not make informed decisions, but... Yeah, getting some Amnesia Bunker vibes from this. It's a very claustrophobic environment. So, do I just walk out the window? I guess so. Yeah, Octo gets it. Alright, guess we'll just step out here then. Huh. Just being thorough. Now, if history is any guide, we are going to have some human opposition barge in here as soon as we're done. So, let's keep the shotgun close. But in the meantime, I think this is where the cartridge we picked up at X3 goes. Oh yeah, this is so legit. This is a fantastic use of my time. Valhalla awaits. All Skif wanted was his apartment back, man. Down to my last horse beer. Aw, man. Gotta load up on that. Oh. We're seeing from Strider's perspective. Interesting.
Skif,
Oh, hey.
що відбувається? Де ми?
Fancy meeting you here.
Мертвий, бродяго.
And suddenly the game turns all Soma on us, speaking of frictional.
Значить, мене більше немає? Але ж експеримент. Ми запізнилися. То ти таки здав мене? Що вони тобі обіцяли?
Real estate, baby. Yeah, I admit he's adjusting to this pretty well.
Я хотів вирішити свої проблеми.
I mean, that's as close to honest as an answer as we're gonna
Не
get here.
очікував, що все піде саме так.
Що з моїми людьми?
Мені шкода.
I'm gonna laugh if we start punching each other in this, like, weird dreamscape thing we got going on. But honestly, I feel bad for this guy. Like, out of all the people in the zone, he seemed the most sincere in trying to get away from the monolith stuff. I wonder if there's a way to save him in the spark path. Maybe. I don't know. It seems like a lot rides on the experiment going awry, so maybe not.
Ти якось питав мене про мій талісман? Пам'ятаєш? Це пуста гільза. Нічого особливого. Нагадування. Про день, коли вимкнулись всі установки.
Okay, bro, what's up with your eyes?
Травень 2012. Військові штурмують ЧАЕС. У моєму секторі Лун та Сова. Основна ціль – квартет.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ціль Сова. 345. Боковий Славки.
Yeah, this is from the raid on the nuclear power plant in near the end of the first game. I think.
Поправка. Дихання. 3, 2, 1. Несподівано. Голос моноліту зник. Я відкриваю очі, ніби прокинувшись після довгої коми. А у моєму прицілі падає тіло невідомого солдата. Він не був мені ворогом. Сподіваюся, він вижив і пробачив нас. Прощавай, Скіф. Вибач мене за те, що ми зробили, і повинні зробити знову.
Ця ракета не доставить в Ноосферу. Відчиняй.
Uh-oh. Scar, I was wondering where you've been.
Гадав, ти добра людина. А ти виходить із вартою. Винюхуєш, шукаєш щось. Казав же, безпечніше шукати для нас. Цікавіше. Чуєш? Мені здалося, чи ти з кимось...
З бродягою.
Бродяга? Він що тут? Друже, виходь! Хлопці, може ви бачили? Бродягу! Ну ж бо!
Okay, now you're just being an asshole about this, dude.
Добре. Наказали перевірити, чи є життя в Ноосфері, так?
Here's a good answer. It's hard to digest. Yeah, there is kind of it's mostly this game which is sort of building on it in a particularly complex way, but there's a fair bit of backstory just in the main games. But the gist of that is Strider was former Monolith who broke free at the very end of... We actually met him in Call of Pripyat. He was like a surviving Monolith soldier after their programming had worn off. Some were able to reintegrate to society. Some were still carrying out their last orders. He tried to lead a group of survivors into sort of a self-imposed exile and help them recover. Unfortunately, as you see in the events of this game, the Monolith itself seems to have other plans. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of a lot to take in.
Це було складно усвідомити.
Ось воно що. Зустрічався з представником. Дай вгадаю. У варті просто чухали потилицю. Треба досягнути, Скіф, сяйва.
Hey,
Позбутися
we call it the
темряви,
shinning
що
here.
склала, що не дає нам почути.
Legal purposes.
Уяви вічну весну, без болю, жалю та страждань.
Yeah, I'm not seeing this. Actually, I note the icons there. Hard to tell which is which. I'm guessing the left is S.T.A.L.K.E.R and the right is Spark, maybe? I don't know. An interesting split here. I'm gonna go with the Life is for the Living.
Життя належить живим, Шраме. Коли заговорять мертві, ми повбиваємо один одного. І навіть потім нам не буде спокою.
Я тут трохи...
I mean, we're kind of doing that already.
Хотів тобі розповісти про твоїх друзів. Зараз розумію, марно це все, бо ти не вартий. Зачекай!
Hey, look, I already got my exposition.
Не прощання, лише до зустрічі. Тож зустрінемось.
Bro, look, I already had the cutscene. This is a waste of time. Also, just, like, yeah, shoot the glass, man.
大北さん大勝利
Hey, Kren. Much obliged, friend. Very classy of you. Good to have you. How's it going tonight? Ooh, get out without attracting attention. Do I still have my guns? Yes. I kinda wanna kill as many of these dudes as possible. But also, the completionist in me does want to see if we can pull this off. D&D has ended. Excellent. Hopefully it was a productive evening. From what I understand is now a dwarf cleric that you're running. Oof. Thought you got guitar. Nice. Oh. Alright. Now, I note that without attracting attention does not preclude murder. Which suits me just fine. Sneaky, sneaky. Nice to meet ya! Haha! Alright. Now, what are you carrying? Ooh! Sniper ammo. What were you using, sir? Where's your gun? Damn it! Alright, you know what? Fuck this. I tried to be discreet about this, y'all weren't having it, so now we gotta do things the complicated way. Look what your careless hands have wrought. Spirit Guardian, some spiders, and some assassins burned some bodies once they died, convinced an assassin not killing themselves to answer some questions. Roz, please. Excellent. Hey, you know. Remember, it's not always who you kill, it's whether you get what you need from them before you kill them. Oh, I'm so happy I brought a sniper rifle to this. Alright, so, which way am I going? Oh, right, I think I gotta go this way. Wait. Hold on a second. Loot container inbound. I'll take that. Thank you. Sir, are you wearing sandals to this? Hold on a sec. I gotta take a closer look. Okay, no, it's boots, and there's some sort of, like, integrated... I think he's wearing, like, some kind of exosuit or something. I mean, it's not a full-on exosuit. It's not like an armored exoskeleton. But there's clearly some kind of leg support or something that he's just kind of stepped into. Interesting. Carry on, sir. Alright. Now. Alright, nothing else that way. Alright, this might be weighing me down a little. We got a little more room. Oop. Easy does it. Pardon me, sir. Just took it a little off the top. Wasn't really a pun, but it felt good. Alright. all is calm again. Alright, so, Doc, help a brother out here. Did we learn anything helpful from that? Because it doesn't feel like we did. Oh, shit. Right, I forgot about that. Okay, I think it will leave me alone down here. Yeah, we met Strider in the Noosphere, which I suppose confirms, sort of, that the subtle matter theory is real. If not a copy of the person, then some form of psychic imprint does exist. The question is, are we dealing with full-on Soma reconstructions of a person, or what?
Я дослідив нейропрограматори.
Oh, hey, Straylock.
Є здогадка, як знайти центр керування програмою S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Вони пов'язані з таким самим пристроєм на пункті тропосферного зв'язку. Якщо доберешся до нього і активуєш, я отримую потрібну інформацію.
Everybody wants us to go somewhere and turn a thing on.
На зв'язок пізніше.
Alright, where are we headed? Troposphere calm zone. Oh, motherfuck, that's all the way over there. Ay. Alright, well, chemical plant's the closest, waypoint. Time to drug up and head back. Yeah, we're kind of getting that thing here. Because the whole thing with subtle matter is, this is what seemingly this is the theory of how the C consciousness, the conspiracy from the first game, survived. Because S.T.A.L.K.E.R killed them dead, physically, and yet somehow one of their representatives was alive enough to speak with us at Malachite. So it seems that the conspiracy is still somehow directing Monolith operations. And still using sleeper agents, as we saw with the... Oh, motherfucker. Sorry. As I was saying, so we saw they had a sleeper agent last time that was hunting for Straylock specifically, and Doctor was also targeted by these people, specifically, Strider. So, someone... Was that lightning on a not stormy day? I have concerns here. We should probably get moving. But yeah, someone had those guys looking for Straylock and the Doctor. Question is, who and why? Well, you know, the why is obviously they're covering up they're covering their tracks. Okay, this is getting weird. Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. Hold on a second. Where is my... Yep, yeah, here we go. Suddenly we're getting Twister stuff. Ah, that was on TV the other day. That's still a fun movie. What? Why am I throwing grenades? Really? Really, man? E for effort, buddy. Yeah, no, it's a classic popcorn movie. Yeah, I admit a degree of interest in that, although I can't imagine it hitting the right tone. Because I feel like making a direct sequel to what is functionally a disaster movie is difficult unless you're going pure camp. Like, if you're doing the Sharknado thing, fine, whatever. It was done to begin with. And, you know, not to say Twister was an especially intelligent movie, but there was a... It was not gleefully It was not a crazy movie, is the thing. It's kind of acceptable that a premise like that would be revisited. Sharknado, to be specific. But yeah, like having a sequel to a disaster movie, like what do you do for another Dante's Peak? What do you do for another, fucking Volcano or something? I don't know. Hey. So I feel like there is some issue with the premise. You can absolutely have another movie about storm chasers, and honestly, I would appreciate one that focuses more on just the culture and camaraderie between groups as they're following these things around, with the emphasis on the actual tornadoes being kind of secondary. Just kind of a force of nature in the background while these eccentric scientists do their thing and try to learn more about it. Yeah, ask storm chasers what they think about Twister, and they'll either rage against the shitty science or praise it for getting people interested in storm chasing and weather prediction. Yeah, I feel like Twister is to storm chasing what Hackers is to hacking. It's just a silly popcorn movie that is not meant to be taken that seriously, but still has a degree of charm to it that makes it endearing. Yeah, what if they made a movie from the tornado's POV? Hey, now you're talking. Maybe the tornado that, killed Joe's dad in the first movie is like the father of the tornado they thwarted at the end of the movie, and now it's trying to get revenge. I think that's basically the plot to Jaws 2. I'm not 100% sure, but I know one of them involved like a direct descendant of Jaws. What's the Storm Chaser movie recently that was pretty good? Forget the name of all the guy who was having to do the tornado tour thing to make a living reluctantly. Yeah, that does sound interesting. Because yeah, if you get someone that knows what they're doing, having to deal with people that are passively interested, but prone to making the mistakes that a tourist might make, and, you know, having to keep them alive in a high-pressure situation, that would absolutely make for an interesting and fun movie. Yeah, something similar actually kind of happened with tourism to the exclusion zone. You know, pre-invasion, obviously, where the game S.T.A.L.K.E.R came out in like 2007, and there wasn't really a S.T.A.L.K.E.R community per se. I mean, you did have some people that snuck into the zone and, you know, took stuff or explored, but the game acted as kind of a cultural ambassador and greatly expanded the interest in it. And introduced the concept of the zone to a generation and audiences that genuinely hadn't heard of it. So yeah, part of me did actually kind of want to visit the zone someday. Obviously, that's not happening now.
Які у вас спецзамовлення?
But yeah, sometimes fiction can act as sort of an ambassador for an experience. Let's see. Flesh, pseudo-dog, controller. Damn, she's not buying toes. Oh, well. Well, you know, she's not buying toes in bundle. Maybe if we down a few more controllers, because we've got it one. Movie is Supercell. You know what? That name does ring a bell. Didn't know anything about it, but I have heard the name before. I'll look into that. That sounds good. Alright, anything worth selling at the moment? No, we might need all this stuff. But yeah, I imagine tourism to the zone went through kind of a similar issue, where you had a lot of people whose only understanding of the zone came basically from a video game, and they sort of had to work around some preconceptions when they were guiding people. Which isn't always the end of the world. But it's always worth keeping in mind that fiction is, by necessity, going to be a smoothed-over experience. And you are advised to do more thorough research. Fuck. Before planning a vacation somewhere or planning an excursion somewhere just because you saw it on TV. Anyway, where are we headed? Alright, Troposphere Comm Station.
You know what you are.